who scored against Tottenham from the penalty spot, I remember, earlier this season in the 5-4 game at White Hart Lane. So he's no newcomer to this. Roy Carroll in goal. Oh, beauty. It's 1-1. It's 1-1. Lauren for Arsenal.
Again, another excellent penalty under immense pressure.
You don't want to be the man who misses here, do you?
Oh.
And here comes Paul Scholes. He scored 2 years ago here against Lehmann. Oh, and Lehmann has saved from Scholes. Is that a breakthrough for Arsenal? Good stop, Mark.
Yeah, it's an excellent save, John, but I think the key is here, the height as well. Is such a great height to save a penalty for a goalkeeper. He guessed right.
And not really in the corner.
No.
Freddie Ljungberg could put Arsenal in front in the penalty shootout. It's 2-1 Arsenal. Now Manchester United really up against it. It's Cristiano Ronaldo, but here it is, Ljungberg.
I think he waited to see where the goalkeeper was going, stuck it straight down the middle.
Yes, as always, if goalkeepers stood where they were, they'd save so many, wouldn't they? And back on the pitch, Cristiano Ronaldo. And you can see the situation. If he takes this, it's going to be 3-2. Arsenal in front again, driven firmly.
At the moment, Roy Carroll's not really looked like saving one.
Well, that was good enough from Robin van. Now Ashley Cole. Potentially to make it 4-3 to Arsenal. Scored for England against Portugal in the penalty shootout, Ashley Cole. Scores again here. Now, Manchester United have to score. No, hold on, it's a retake, is it? No, it isn't. No, Rob Styles just stopped the play there for a minute. It's all right. The goal stands. I think he is warning the goalkeepers, though, Mark, isn't he?
He is, yes. So Roy Keane misses this, Arsenal win.
If Roy Keane misses this, Arsenal win the cup. You're quite right, Mark. What a responsibility for the captain. Keepers.
Roy Carroll's just walked out of his area a little bit as well, trying to heap even more pressure on Patrick Vieira.
Well, Vieira missed the final with injury, I remember, 2 years ago. But he could be lifting the he will be lifting the trophy if he puts this away. Patrick Vieira to win the FA Cup for Arsenal. And he has! Arsenal have won the FA Cup again! And Manchester United are left empty-handed at the end of an extraordinary afternoon in Cardiff.
Well, we must congratulate Arsenal on the way they took the penalties. They were excellent. And they've hung on in the game, John. But I have to say, over the course of the 120 minutes, Manchester United have been mugged.
Well, it's a solemn handshake from Arsene Wenger, but I'm sure inside he feels very different, and he's looking extremely solemn, Sir Alex Ferguson. I say again, it's no way to settle a cup final, but what else do you do these days when there's no time for a replay? Arsenal the first team ever to win the FA Cup on penalty kicks. They've now won it on 10 occasions, one behind Manchester United still, but they have repeated their victory of 1979 in very different circumstances. Patrick Vieira, the captain, took the winning kick, and in the end it was the Paul Scholes miss, or rather the Jens Lehmann save from Paul Scholes, that decided the penalty shootout. There's Alec Ferguson. No doubt talks with Malcolm Glazer will take place in the near future about what he's going to do with this club. So here come Arsenal now for their winners' medals. Arsenal, who have won the FA Cup now on 10 occasions. This was their 17th final. They won it for the first time in 1930, again in 36. All the others have been post-war. And winners' medals for some young players here, Van Persie and Senderos. They would have certainly settled for that at the beginning of the season, wouldn't they? And the two Brazilians, Gilberto Silva and Edu, he may not be staying. Bergkamp, who we now think is staying another year. And Sol Campbell, who didn't get off the bench today, but he still gets a winner's medal to make up for the, partly perhaps, for the fact that he was suspended for the last final. And here comes Patrick Vieira. Now in 1985, Kevin Moran had his medal taken away because he'd been sent off. Anyway, Reyes was up there for the presentation, and here now is Patrick Vieira, who was in his suit last time when he held the cup with David Seaman 2 years ago. He certainly isn't today. He's the scorer of the winning penalty, the Arsenal captain, Patrick Vieira. He would never have been doing that if he'd gone to Real Madrid, would he? Arsenal are the FA Cup winners in the year 2005. I mean, you've got to congratulate Arsenal because they dug deep. I just thought they were completely outplayed. Never really looked like scoring. I think Roy Carroll made one save from a Reyes free kick. And Manchester United, as I said to you before, they will feel like they've been mugged here today. Although they were, as Mark said, the stronger team by far, Arsenal hung on in there without Thierry Henry. And in the end, on the first ever penalty shootout in an FA Cup final, Arsenal lifted the trophy.